Alright guys, what we have today for you is the Talons of the Emperor box set. 40k new Gathering Storm box set. Allows the Adapters, Custodians and Sisters of Silence to come out and play from Terra and Luna. So, this is obviously the front of the box. Nothing too special, it's kind of cool. What else can I show you? The box is a fairly boring part really of the box. You have obviously the back stuff, but you get these cool bits of art on the side. Not too like pictures of doing stuff. It's cool. I don't think they've done this for a little while. That kind of cool. Yeah, quite cool. Alright, so before we begin anything else, coming out this week as well is the Adapters Custodians box set and Sisters of Silence. So if you want them separately, they're available separately. They're basically exactly the same as the kits you're going to see in this unboxing. The Talons are just available as separate boxes. So they're available from Geeks LTD, which is the same as the Talons box. So yes, it's 28 for these guys and 20 for these girls. Not too bad. So, one of the cool little nifty things you get is a poster. It's like a very hard card, not just normal posters as you can imagine. So it's Custodians on one side, and it's the Sister of Silence on the other. So it's kind of cool little extra. So before we get into the models, we'll have a look at some other stuff. So you get the Talons book, the Talons How to Build Your Models book. So nothing too special. So this one is black and white because most of them have been colour recently. And then we get the codexes. These are small little codexes, not a huge amount of number of pages. It goes into, you have some story, some fluff and everything for the sisters, and you get, so explaining who the hell they are, what they're doing. These guys are the girls, or the psychic blanks. They're the new maidens, ready to tell an enemy psychers. They're quite cool. And then I'm just gonna go a little bit here. Get more artwork on fighting some Eldar in this case. Yeah, you get the cool new maiden rhino, so rhino painted gold. But it's something for them. And then we get into how to use them. So you get several different sister squads. So you got the bolters, the executioner great blades, or prosecutors, vigilators, and then you get one more in the sense of the witch seekers. So flamers, bolters, swords is the best way to think about it. They all have the Bane of Psychers, Fear, Fearless, and Psychic Abomination rules, which is quite cool. And so does Rhino has a couple of them. He has Bane of Psychers and Psychic Abomination. Actually, I guess it was Sister Silence driving them. And then, it's better than that. It's basically just a normal Rhino. It's 45 points, 135, which is quite good for getting 2 special rules. Then we get, how to field them as an army. They're more, I think there's more designed to go with other armies rather than by themselves, which is understandable. A task force rather than an actual army. So, no main task force requires you to take 1 elite, which all the different squads were, and up to 2 additional elites. You can almost be Sister of Science, but you can obviously take the transports as dedicated transports from. They want the Bane of Psychers, which allows them to give precision strikes and precision shots and precision strike special rules when targeting an enemy unit containing at least 1 Psyker, and we are referred to hit them when targeting those units. And all Psychers, friend or foe, within 12, so for -3 leadership does not generate any warp charge, and only harness their warp powers on the 6, which makes them very effective at shutting down Psychers. And this model can't be targeted. A unit that includes any models with special rule can never be targeted by or affected by psychic powers, which is quite cool. And any blessing or malediction psychic power affects a unit immediately nullified if the unit moves within 12 of a model or vice versa. So essentially, if you want to shut down those buffs that the people put on themselves or the debuffs they put on your own, you can just water Sister Science nearby and it disappears. Which is quite cool. Same thing as the, I think it's the Collector's Assassin, which is quite cool. And then obviously they've got their own war gears. And if you take the Norman Strike Force, if you take 3 units, for example, your range gets increased to 18. So for every unit beyond the first, as part of the attachment, you increase the Psychic Abomination range by 3, which is quite cool. Which I wouldn't have done that. So if you had 3 unit sisters and then 3 rhinos, I wonder how that works. Would you gain an extra, 15 inches on it? 27 inch? Psychic Abomination? Probably not, to be fair. It's pretty mad. And then obviously go into the different rules. Okay, psychiatric grenades, very much similar to the Grey Knight ones. I think they pretty much work just like the Grey Knight ones. The Executioner Great Blade, which makes them strength 4, I believe it is. I think it's 3 base. Yeah, those humans. Strength 3, strength 4, AP 2, two-handed, which is quite cool. Yeah, and that's basically it for the small book that is the Codex Sisters of Silence. And then we have another one here, the Codex Adeptus Astartes. Adeptus Custodians even. At least it's not as bad as calling the Death Guard the 7th Legion, eh? Yeah, I'm a Imperial Fist player as well, so it kind of stings a little bit. But it's fine. So Legio Custodians, well, it's not fine. And then you get a little fluff and everything, you get, you know, some artwork, some cool gallery stuff. And obviously now I've got the Contemptors, we're cool to see the 4-drop ones, but obviously they're more for heresy. And Land Raiders. And we go into how to use these guys. So they're all troops choices, which is pretty cool. They have quite a beefy stat line. They're you know, very good combatants. You get a shield captain and 4 dudes, and you can have 5 additional custodians. They have Guardian Spears instead of Sentinel Blades, so they keep Sentinel Blades. If you don't have a Guardian Spear, you can take a Storm Shield for 10 points, which makes them incredibly cool, incredibly powerful in a game, I reckon. And then they can have a Land Raider as delegate transport. They have Adamantium Will, they have the Aegis of the Emperor, which gives them a 5-up invulnerable regardless, and then they also have Eternal Warrior. They're bulky, deep strike, and fearless. Then you have the Venerable Contemptor Dreadnoughts, basically just work like normal Dreadnoughts. They will have a 5 invulnerable Riven. They have Unatomic Shielding, they also have a 5 invulnerable, so either way you've got 5 invulnerable basically. But it's venerable, so it allows it to do the same thing Venerable Dreadnoughts can do. And then you get Venerable Land Raider, which again has Venerable Rule, basically it has a 5 invulnerable, which is interesting for Land Raider. And then just a 5, and ignores Crew Shaken and Crew Stun results. Obviously it still takes the whole point. And then, just like with Sisters, you get a task force. So, the task force for the Custodians says that it's 1 compulsory troop and it's 2 additional troops and 1 elite. If the detachment includes a maximum number of units, choices at the start of the battle, the units from the detachment that are within 6 inches at least one other unit with the Adeptus Custodians faction can reroll invulnerable saves of 1. That's kind of cool. From Golden Light they came. Units from the detachment that arrive via Deep Strike only roll 1 dice to determine how far they scatter and can roll any result on the Deep Strike mishap table. That's quite cool. And then Right Hand of the Emperor. If this detachment is your primary detachment, you can reroll a result when rolling on the Warlord table. It's alright, it's probably not going to be your primary, you're probably going to include it as an additional. But if you want to play just Custodian, you could do. Still a lot of points, you probably fit it in. And then Warlord traits. Some quite cool ones. So friendly units from the Army of Imperium within 6 of your Warlord have 6 invulnerable, gives your offense hits to wounds, and get preferred enemy. When you deny warp, when his unit denies the warp, and they always will nullify a warp charge on a 2+. That's pretty good. Have Shrouded or add 1 weapon skill with skill to your Warlord, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that is the Custodian. Obviously it goes for what their weapons do. So they're quite different from their heresy counterparts in both cases for the Custodians and Sisters. But yeah, there's the book sphere. So let's move on to the models. We're going to go through the very basic ones first. We've got basically the Vitrenic Half Contemptor. So I think everyone's at this point seen this Contemptor. Or maybe haven't. But it's quite a cool model. Goes to cover quite easily. I've seen a lot of people online repose them by cutting their legs a bit. It's quite cool. But yeah, it's fairly plain, but awesome looking Contemptor nonetheless. So this could be included in obviously your Talons army or Custodians, but you can also, if you wanted to pick up the Talons to get basically the Custodian, not really care about the Dreadnought and stuff, you can also put this in your Space Marine armies. It's quite cool. So, there's that one. We have the Humble Rhino. Standard plastic for the Rhino. The bits that go together to make it, obviously. That's here's one side with the tracks and the bottom, or part of the track at the bottom, the bit that goes inside, and then obviously get that at the top. And the extra side and stuff. Yeah. Then you get a upgrade sprue. Nice and easy space marines. Everyone will be familiar with this, I believe. If not, you get like Searchlight, your Stormbolter, your Hunter Killer, different couplers and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. Then we get the not so humble Land Raider. So, this nice kit. This is always been one of my favourite kits for Space Marines. So, the Land Raider. So here's one side with some tracks, some doors. You have to get the other side with the doors to open at the front, or assault ramp. All those bits that can obviously go with it. Yeah. Top hatch in the back engine area. So this is interior, it's on the outside. As you can imagine, it's a fairly decent sized kit. You get more extra bits of it that go to the front, the assault ramps down here, and then the back bit of the engine, and then the floors. You do have a whole interior scenarios, which is quite cool. And obviously, another same upgrade sprue as the Rhino. That's needed. And then the lance cannons and the heavy bolters. All the weapons that go on it that make them fairly deadly. Block enemy tanks, kill enemy infantry, especially machine spirits with targeted units. And then, very much like basically like I was saying, as the burning of Prospero, we have our sisters and our Custodians. Here's the sisters. So you get Flamer, you get Boltman, you get Sword. You get every option you need on these sprues. So there's two sisters here with their cloaks and everything. The cloaks are really cool. Quite like the cloaks. And you get the shoulder band and everything. And then once again, we have more sisters here. Sisters of Silence. Ready to go do the Emperor's work. Quite cool. And you get those different head options. All the different armors and everything. Yeah. And then last but not least, the Adaptus Custodes. The Custodes Legion. Legionary Custodes. So you get, enough to make obviously for guy, you get Sentinel Blades, you get the Guardian Spears, you get the Storm Shields. I've forgotten the called in Heresy. Basically Storm Shields. Things like the Aegis pattern stuff, because Vigil is the previous one. You get obviously all the bits that go to him. Quite well detailed, very well done from Games Workshop in my opinion. To bring out the Emperor's personal guard. Yeah. And then, last but not least, lasers. If you don't know what, models, the sisters and the Custodians. So yeah, that, guys, is the Talons of the Emperor box set. Quite a cool little box set. Adds on basically 2 additional forces to the Imperial Man, and is good for Heresy collectors, 40k collectors. They're quite cool models. So, cheers for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next.